A sensitive psychic or medium may be just the edge a ghost hunting team may need. Utilized at the beginning of an investigation, they may give investigators a better understanding of where they can expect the most activity. During the investigation, a medium should be able to see when equipment should alert based off what they see. Kevin has been featured in 2 international ghost hunting shows and continues to lead the Dark Dealings Paranormal team. He has most recently appeared on Ghost Hunters of the Grand River. Watch as he guides the SNIPE team and a group of fans and would-be paranormal investigators through a more than 100-year-old German social club.
Perfect.
All right, we've made it here to the Germania Club where we are joining SNIPE for a very special ghost hunt and the premiere for their first episode of season 2. Let's go check it out. So we have about 25 to 30 people who are going to join us, fans of Ghost Hunters of the Grand River and Dark Dealings Paranormal. So
We're going to get a little bit organized here.
we're going to do a psychic tour and get started with this ghost hunt.
If you get scared and you need to come out, just let us know. We'll help you. We'll walk you to some light if you have to or whatever.
Yeah.
So don't worry if you get scared. Let us know. We'll help you.
You want to do some ghost hunting 101s?
Yeah, has everybody got an idea of ghost hunting? Anybody need any lessons?
Probably rule 1 is do not whisper. If you whisper, because I'm constantly hearing a spirit communication, I'm constantly hearing these whispers and voices. It sounds like I'm standing in the middle of a stadium and it sounds like people are talking. I have a hard time distinguishing between that. But 2, the tech side of things means that they've caught voices that we can't distinguish right away. And I don't know how many times when we're editing and I'm like, is that your stomach or is that you whispering or did you say this? And we have to have a big meeting about it.
Maybe if you bump into something, say that's me.
If your stomach growls.
That's my own. That's the first
Take it, that's me.
instrument we built. So put a motion sensor on our creepy doll.
So much creepier than the Boo Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doll don't scare me. Blue Bear scared the shit out of me.
Why?
I didn't know it talked.
The music box scared me the
And we were
first time.
set, Kevin, Blue Bear and I were sitting in that restaurant park, sitting in the dark.
It's like, do you want a hug?
Cool. Let's start here.
There's been, like the entire time that I was here and watching the premiere, I would see what looked like a woman-sized height or a short man, a Trevor-sized spirit. No, just kidding, Trevor. Walking up and down the, would you call that an aisle? But what was cool is we would get the EMF lantern going off.
Yeah.
I know the first time we came through, I felt a young lady up there. We even followed Ingrid back behind the curtains. There's a sense of like nervousness, like stage fright with the spirit. It's like I'm afraid of the attention I'm receiving. And so I would think that if you worked here, you're here, sometimes you may have felt that, but you might experience that as we explore that area. Yeah, it was kind of like the movement of the spirit went back this way.
Are you getting any name from him yet?
I think it's a her. It may be our girls.
Oh, Ingrid.
Do you remember me from last time? We have a lot of people here. We're just interested in knowing why you're here. We just want to visit with you.
Is that a hit?
It seems like a hit. It just got like painfully cold too, like right through here. I feel like we're starting to talk about two different entities though. Ingrid, I identified you last time. May go off again. There's also a man named like Rolly. Who Rolly, Rolf.
Rodney?
I would say Rolly or Rolf. Rolf? He feels more recently past, like super recent.
Temperature's going down.
So he may be coming through just because she already connects with me. So for other sensitives in the group or mediums in the group, because you answer the phone, that's why you're receiving spirit. Once one spirit sees that you answer, it's like the rest of them understand you're the weak part of the fence. He's more recently passed. I feel like he was more terminal in the last few months. In fact, I would have to say he probably passed at the end of summer this summer. So I'd be looking for someone with that name who is part of this club. She keeps moving forward. So sometimes I feel like Spirit sees us as well as we see them. Meaning for some spirits it's hard for them to determine, who's up here and how.
Temperature again.
Todd, I keep getting her like right through there.
Yeah. Keeps going off.
You keep getting hits too.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Colton.
Colton. Is your family with you, Ingrid? I take that as a yes. There's also kind of a darker presence, like a man just on the periphery,
Bad man.
like watching the stage. He's like chilly as a personality, more predatory.
Yep.
Bad man.
Who's saying yep? Okay. It's like he's just trying to skirt outside of my spirit vision. That may be your girl if you step to the side a couple feet. You just got an EMF hit. We just got a little hit over here.
K2.
K2. She was almost all the way up to orange.
Oh, nice.
Did you see that? Again, you can walk before these instruments, Ingrid, and let us know that you're here. I feel that guy is just like right in this space, like right beyond you guys.
I feel like something's touching me on my arm.
Is that the predatory guy?
Yeah. Carl.
His name's Carl.
That's the name he calls.
He's calling Carl.
Is that your name? I'm Kevin. You a member of this club? There's something just beyond you, Todd. Sorry, guys.
know he's over here. You're standing there. Let me know you're here. Oh. Okay, do that.
Yeah. Can you set off 2 of these at the same time? How much power do you have? If you've been gone a long time, there should be no problem with you setting off 2 of these devices in 2 very different locations. You're not as powerful as I thought. Oh. Did you get a hit? So did he. I don't know that I'll push him further. We're going to head down to the basement, which I understand was a karate room, judo room, wrestling
I
room.
think so. Judo. They call it the judo room.
This place is pretty eclectic. The main ballroom type suite was used in Umbrella Academy, I think. So kind of cool.
Yeah, it's got that really cool vibe in here.
All right, downstairs we go. My first experience in this room was of talking when I first came down here back in the spring. So I'm really going to ask that you remain quiet just for a few minutes. Try not to move around. Something just went past you right here. Hold out the K2. What you getting? Now this spirit appears in hazes of brown. I thought it was incredibly interesting that the picture that Trevor snapped also had that kind of brown tan haze. And a lot of it reflects the type of suit he has on. It's like a work suit of some sort. Brown, khaki.
The alarm's going off upstairs, eh?
What kind of alarm?
The door alarm?
Just hold my hand.
I'm coming.
All right, we've had an alarm go off upstairs. Yeah, more talking back this way. Sometimes when I hear the talking of spirit, I'll just kind of get quiet with myself. Yeah, there's kind of like that uneasy shuffling. Who's getting a hit? Call it out. Those are pretty big hits. We're going to head upstairs, I think. So understand we're going to the galley? I think she said rat's galley. If you will, everyone can come in and take a seat. Be mindful of the objects here on the table. I'll pick up what I would consider a blonde, older woman, 40s, maybe. I'm 50s, so I don't mean to say older. There's the energy of her in this area is that she probably waited tables or served. So every time I walk in here, I get the feeling of her story, which means she's probably a spirit that constantly occupies this space. Her energy is one of kind of a love lost, like he promised he would end things to be with her. So it makes me feel like she had an affair with a married man. Yeah, I get more of her towards the end of the table. You may get some gadgets going off. Here's one here. Did you see that? So it walked its way down that way. Did you hear that? Listen. Shh. I heard like a huff, like from a person, like huff, like there was disagreement about what I just said.
I thought I heard that too.
Like somebody who didn't like that story. Yeah. I believe when I came in the spring, this side of the table was pretty active. I ended up sitting there in that chair at the head of the table. Yeah. Any other devices that can interact with these two? Like, I just want to make sure. Sometimes Liam or Sam's my wife, she's also on the team. We'll take a baseline just to make sure that there's no other, like there's nothing else that could interfere with our K2s. Was the cat back that way?
The cat was over here.
I just saw like the darkest little thing, but I couldn't say it's a cat. It looked like it crossed in front of her shoelaces. I believe in like inhuman spirits too, so the first thing I do when I see a smaller or darker spirit is try to get a gauge of what it might be. Because if it's like a cat or something, that's cool. If it's like impish or just off, I really don't want any part of it. Now you were saying you saw an older lady, or who was that? Who came up to me?
Yeah. As soon as you come down,
Go ahead and share with the group.
As soon as we come down, once Trevor come into this room, I could like smell her first, and then I could like feel that she was in here, and she was like busy in here when we were walking in. She kind of like stepped to the side so that we could all come in. And when you had said that she ran around with a married man, my stomach turned like a, excuse me, like say Maya said when you said there was older ladies in the 40s. Not an older lady, thank you very much. But that same feeling like offense, and then you said that she didn't like part of that story or something, like almost at the same time, yeah.
What's going off back that way?
It's over here.
I feel like there's a guy in here who just absolutely feels like we're invading his private space. So this is the area too, I think, where Jay or something felt like they weren't feeling right down here or something. Who was that? Trevor?
That was Jay and Todd.
Jay and Todd?
Yeah, the very first time we came in here, it was like chills from head to toe. And
He's got this energy that's like, hey, it's a private club and you're not German. And we're getting more and more activity.
So he's like really old, older guy?
Older guy, yeah. This thing's going nuts over here, Liam.
I smell a cigar, yeah.
Cigar.
All of a sudden I smell a cigar.
There's an oiliness too to this guy. Like,
Oh yeah, I smell it.
Kev, let's go up to the restaurant.
let's do it. All right, up to the restaurant. Sam would love Artie because Artie keeps me on task. Oh shit, it's a mirror. It's a mirror.
Need to change my pants.
I saw like two people crossing the room quickly as we entered, kind of like, hey, we're gonna scatter. So through that window, the SNIPE team had gotten a picture of a woman in spirit. There was like this hasty movement when we walked in. So I hurried all the way across the room. It's kind of the sense of, hey, I want to see whatever I can catch. It's almost like two people were in the center of the room and they booked to either corner. One hitting that area where her REM pod, or excuse me, her K2 is going off.
As you say that.
Oh, it's going all the way to yellow. Did we interrupt your food? Your feasting? Would you rather me say a Wiedersehen? I know that from Sound of Music. That kitchen has a lot of just back and forth hustle bustle type energy too.
Well, that's what, me and Todd were here the other day, and that's where we seen the woman walk out, was through there, through that door.
Running food.
It's 20 minutes apart.
Is there room for us in there?
I think maybe.
If we squish in, yes.
If we squish in, careful, it is a kitchen. Yeah, now it's very much a shift in feeling between the room out there where you had dined to in here. There's more a sense that we're more welcome here if we can lend a hand, which can be kind of cool as a spirit energy. It might mean that people have they're like engaged into being part of the bustle back here. So I would imagine that she could reach out and give you a touch or a tug. It's almost like, please remind me of what can happen. I also believe there's like a basement entrance down that way.
Yep.
Is there?
Yes.
And so if we went all the way down, you'd see a dirt floor basement.
Oh, very good.
It feels like, say again?
Very good.
Very good. Pound it.
Yeah.
Because it's like if we descended down to the basement area, like they could smoke or they could be inappropriate down there. And so it's kind of like that's the secret of this staff here.
Do you get anything in this back corner over here? By the window?
Just that there should be more. There's something hidden or tucked away there. Let me get back there.
Another secret room?
Yeah, the first time I came through, did you guys not know that the window was behind that bookshelf?
They will not let me tear into it.
So the first time I came through, I felt a spirit up in the office. And so every time I got close to this bookshelf in this private little library that's more of a closet, the spirit just kept kind of pushing me back, like, do not come any closer. So I'm like, okay, if you don't want me here, there's a good reason for that. We cleared some books off, moved the bookshelf a bit, and there's a boarded up window behind the bookshelf. And it's like, I'd love to know what's in there, but you guys say we can't check it out. Yeah.
I haven't forgotten about it.
Artie, to where?
Upstairs to the baker room in the old part of the house there.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
Go
that.
through the large hall, it's probably easiest.
All right, lead on. All right, so this room feels like the room of secrets, so to speak. So it has this kind of energy of somebody cooking the books or somebody pulling a white collar crime, basically.
Fudging numbers.
Fudging numbers is a good way to put it, Liam. Liam's been behind the camera the whole night, so I just want to give him props. The closet I mentioned with the window is that first one over there. Yeah, there's so much that feels like it's secret and it's being kept secret and he shouldn't have been forced out of here, is kind of the story. So it makes me feel like there would be someone who is maybe head or in charge of finances, and maybe was playing with the numbers a little bit, scooping a little bit off the top for himself. There's also an energy of like being forced to either admit that mistake or give up his position. It's like they'll snow it over. They'll make it a non-issue.
Kev?
Yep. moving?
It's time.
I'm gonna go in the attic.
The attic? Where is this attic?
Right here. Come and look at this door.
If there's ladders, are we game for the attic?
Yeah, they wanted us to go up.
This is like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, it's tight through here. Oh, wow. Check out this floor.
I got one that don't feel good up here. Gotta take it downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Pretty like
Right. I feel like we went into the most private of private sectors.
You snuck into Granddad's room.
All right. Someone's taken back downstairs. Those are some suspicious splashes and handprints and.
that's right.
Oh my God.
What's your fingers? Yeah, look at that.
Check that out, Liam.
Yeah, see that?
On the door, in the back of the door.
Taco Bell.
When we go and look on the other side, is that door visible?
Jesus. Murphy.
Not sure Jesus was Irish.
You know what? That's alright.
It feels, yeah, like this is the most secret part. Yeah, or something. So a lot of times spirit will be in places like this just because it's like a retreating space. Nobody goes in here anymore. They can live their lives in here. Or pretend to still be alive, pretend to still be a member of this club. Don't you want to just grab a sleeping bag and spend the night in here?
Yeah.
It would be so cool.
This has been our tour of the Germania Club. I want to thank them for having us out. I want to thank SNIPE for having me out. I want to thank everyone who joined us who are paranormal investigators and fans of SNIPE and Ghost Hunters of the Grand River and Dark Dealings Paranormal. You can catch more of our investigations on Dark Dealings Paranormal here on YouTube. You can catch Ghost Hunters of the Grand River on APTN on Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Canada. And on Thursday evenings, you can stream through Apple TV, APTN, Lumi, I think anywhere else in North America. Thank you again, Todd, Jay, Artie, Trevor, for inviting me along. And stay tuned. We have a lot more Dark Dealings coming up, including our second annual holiday ghost hunt.